After 14 years, we finally get the fourth installment in the Jurassic Park franchise, after a terrible Jurassic Park 3. Is it gonna be good? Let's find out. Jurassic World. So 14 years after the events of Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, a theme park with all the dinosaurs envisioned in Jurassic Park, is finally opened due to John Hammond's persistence to get it opened. At least that's how it came off. They mentioned John Hammond a few times and how he wanted the park to be opened, which doesn't really make sense since he decided to shut it down anyway, and it sort of moves against the plots of the second and first film where John Hammond decided that maybe it's best the park shouldn't be opened. But anyway, John Hammond's passed his legacy over to this dude and he's opened the park up for him. And now you have Jurassic World. This new dinosaur called the Indominus Rex has been created to bring viewers back to the theme park, to bring a bit more attraction to the world. We all know it's going to go south from there because new dinosaur in a theme park, it's bound to go crazy. Once the Indominus Rex runs free, the whole park is put on red alert and everyone's basically chow now. Chris Pratt as Owen is a very good casting decision. Coming off of Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, he really pulls off a good role in this film. I was immersed by his character, pulled in gradually as I got to learn who he was. He was funny, smart, witty. He has this really strong relationship with his 4 velociraptors that he's trained and known from birth. Overall, he's a really cool character. He reminded me a lot of Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park, but obviously he's a little bit different. Chris Pratt's Owen reflects on the personalities of Dr. Grant from the first film, but he also adds a little bit of action hero into it, so he's able to fight off and run and everything and do a little action hero stuff. Chris Pratt's performance in this film actually makes me believe he could be a really good Indiana Jones. Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire is a really good casting choice too. She did a really good performance and I was pulled in by her character and her personalities and traits. I was really glad that they established that Claire and Owen had a past relationship and that it just didn't go anywhere. I'm glad that we found that out instead of them meeting for the first time in the film. It happened in the past of the film, so we didn't get to see it. It was pre-established. I really liked that, so we didn't have to waste our time on that aspect. She's able to do her own fighting and survival too, because a lot of females in films these days are just running and screaming, but she pulled off a really nice role where she's not just running and screaming, running in high heels for the entire film, by the way, but she's able to fight as well, and she's smart about what her decisions are. You have good supporting cast in Vincent D'Onofrio, who pulls off a really nice, interesting... Is he a villain? I feel like he is a villain, but... Is he a villain? He's sort of the human villain of the story, but you can also understand his motivations. Ty Simpkins was really good as Gray Mitchell. He's coming off of Insidious 1 and 2 and Iron Man 3, so you can tell he's an up-and-coming boy actor. Jake Johnson's comedic role in this film was really nice, however, I felt like just a couple of comedic moments felt a little bit forced. Like when the Indominus Rex was running around going eating people and he'd say something funny that just felt a bit out of place. Other than that, he was really good comedic relief. He was effectively used. Colin Trevorrow's direction in this film was just really good. He really brought out the characters and the actors, and I was really immersed in his world. He really managed to captivate what the original Jurassic Park brought to its audience. As I was watching Jurassic World, I really felt it was respectful of the original film. There were a lot of parallels I saw between Chris Pratt's character and Dr. Grant from the first film. Claire really resembled John Hammond's character in the first film, which was nice. This film actually really respected the first film, and I consider it a true sequel to the first film. It really didn't disappoint. It re-immersed myself in this Jurassic Park world that I thought has been long dead since 1993. It had a really good story too. It wasn't just boring like the second and third film stories. The cinematography in this film was pretty good too. It had a nice use of light, colours. The cinematography did its job. It was beautiful. It pulled me into the world. The visuals overall were just nice. The Indominus Rex was a really cool hybrid creature. It was a really cool creature and I just really enjoyed it. The 4 velociraptors in this film just pulled me in as well. Chris Pratt's relationship with them was just sublime and I was really pulled in by their character actions. You really felt like the velociraptors were more than just monsters and animals. You actually felt like they were people who understood what was going on. I know a lot of people are complaining that you can't train velociraptors, but were you alive back in the past when dinosaurs were around? We don't know how dinosaurs would have acted, what they would have done. A T-Rex could have been a frickin' herbivore for all we know. So the velociraptors being learned creatures didn't bother me at all. I actually found it a cool character trait, which really reflected on Chris Pratt's character. Oh, the final act in this film is just amazing. The final confrontation between two certain characters is just really well executed. The tone, the pacing, the cinematography in that scene is just awesome. Overall, I think this film is really good. I know I keep saying this, but I gotta say it again. It's just very respectful of the first film. The problem with critics these days is that when there's a sequel made to a film, they're always going to compare it to the original. I've seen a lot of reviews for this film saying it's not as good as the original, the original does this better. Of course the original's going to be better. It's one of the best films ever made. To beat that, you need a friggin' miracle. I'm just glad Jurassic World was able to pull off a really entertaining film. When you're gonna see Jurassic World, sure, compare it to Jurassic Park. I did. But don't judge your verdict based on the comparison with the first film. You need to judge this film based on how it stands by itself as a standalone film. That's exactly what I did, and I was pulled in by the characters, I loved the cinematography, the plot was really good, and this film was entertaining. It's one of the best films of the year so far in my opinion, and I'm going to give Jurassic World a solid 8.5 out of 10. Jurassic World is definitely the best out of the Jurassic Park sequels. It's not as good as the first film, of course, because that's a classic, but it's the second best. It beats Jurassic Park The Lost World, and it beats Jurassic Park 3. So if you've seen Jurassic World, comment below and let me know your thoughts on the film. Did you like it like I did, or did you hate it like some other people did? And if you like my review and you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all my latest movie reviews.